State Buckeyes. Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Oklahoma State Cowboys, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Buckeyes about to kick it away and get this season started. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. You think the fans are ready for this one? The boot's shaking underneath us, guys. To the air on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Ferguson. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. While the Big Ten has expanded with this massive continent-wide geographical footprint, the Big 12 has been really shrewd in positioning and maneuvering for survival, and they look for opportunities to win on the field like they'll have today.
Yeah, and the Big Ten's kind of taking what the Big Ten wants and expanding and not really worried about anybody else. So if I'm the Big 12, I'm like, yeah, you ain't worried about me, but you're going to worry about me today and on the field, and I can make a statement and prove to some of the true blue bloods in the Big Ten.
I just love the stylistic matchup in this one too, right? You think about the Big Ten running the football, defense, physical, and then Big 12 wide open, up-tempo, air raid offense. This one's going to be fun.
Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Hand off from the shotgun. On his feet at the 40. He'll work his way down to the 28.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
The Cowboys with the 1st and 10. Right back to the well. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
They get him on the ground, didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
And I love the discipline on defense right there. Big 3rd down. So everyone keeping their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the ball, making a tackle. Great team defense.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. Off-play action. On the move to his left. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
And this offense, they don't want a field goal. You can tell. They want a touchdown. They want points. 4th down, going for it. And how about the QB, man? How about the poise? Dropping back to throw the football. Nah, it's not open. Nothing there. I don't feel comfortable with. But he absolutely pulls the trigger, makes the decision.
He's going for the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Cowboys!
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise on the opening drive. Nice execution. They scored a touchdown. That was big time.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Start the drive with a pass. Trying to escape and get it himself. He'll go out of bounds at the 22, methodically moving it away from their own end zone. Let's talk just for a second about Ohio State. Doesn't matter what time of season it is, a top 10 win is a top 10 win, and you know the underdogs would love to make a statement.
No doubt about it. When you've got a very low number beside your name, you're going to get everybody's best shot. And that's what this team is expecting from their opponent today. A lot of eyeballs watching this game, David. A lot of expectations on this team. Now it's time to see if they can deliver.
Yeah, and the offseason was so much more important when you know you're playing a highly ranked team to start the season. Attention to detail higher, excitement higher, a chance to go out and prove something very early in the season.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring fourth down right in the face.
Oklahoma State hoping to get the pistols firing on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Oh, better look out. Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Might as well give it to him again.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. He's got the back in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
And the Cowboys will have it 1st and 10. They'll try the run. Not much room to run. Let's give him one to the 33.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Trying to take it back. And after making the interception, he takes it inside the 40.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Got it behind the line. It's Hilton. Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
Great job by the defense here, forcing the fumble on the wide receiver. Look, understand the ball came out quick. I got to break, get Hats to the football, secure the tackle, try to get that football out. Nice turnover, nice hustle by this defense.
Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Running back searching for a hole. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and we'll get ready to change sides for the second quarter. We've reached the break. Oklahoma State is on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period.
Oklahoma State, 7-0.
So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Try and play action. That's caught. It's Ferguson. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. Let's talk a little bit about Oklahoma State. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting four-star defensive linemen gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive line. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Man, I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. When you're playing from behind, you can't afford to give it up the way they did the last drive, David.
No doubt, you cannot give the football away. Again, turnovers are the biggest stats in winning and losing games. You're behind, Palmer, take care of the ball, but we got to go get a score here.
Yeah, and they just got to do a better job executing. I like the game plan so far for them, but they just need to go out and do a better job connecting the dots.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. Get it out on the screen. Nice move to keep running. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive run?
Guys, let's talk for a minute about Ohio State. They had a fantastic offseason, #1 recruiting class in the country, but with that comes a little pressure. So how much pressure is on this class?
Well, lots of pressure, no question about it, but I think we're in an era of college football where you're seeing more and more true freshmen see the field early and have impacts early and make plays. Think about Jeremiah Smith at Ohio State during their national championship season. These kids are ready to go, and I'll tell you, there's a lot of fans, David, really excited to see what they can do.
Pressure is a privilege. Like when you get elite talent, that's what you're starting to do. Hey, bring them in, develop them, understand, like that's part of the process that goes with it, but you've been working for this moment. This is what you wanted for the last several years and you developing towards. Now you get a chance to go prove who you are.
Plows through the defense. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Ohio State.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Looking to throw for it. Forced out of the pocket. And he makes the grab in the back of the end zone, but the officials are all over it, signaling incomplete. He was out of bounds.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
The Buckeyes come to the line trying to convert on 4th down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
Timeout, Oklahoma State.
And here they come going for the first down on 4th and 2. He'll set up to throw. Rushes on him. And that ball's incomplete on 4th down, but wait just a second. There is a flag, and this is a big call. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with results of the play. Listen to this noise. You can't hear yourself think as this defense has them pinned deep in their own end. On the move, it's Ford. It's these little moments like that that can help an offense as he gets it up to the 16-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They go right back to it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator because on the first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up. And now you're having to probably dial up the throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Ferguson. This offense has a little room and a fresh set of downs at the 23. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Off the play fake on 1st down. He'll pull it down. Quarterback gets the first down and more. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. The Cowboys have this offense rolling. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. The throw. Pulls it in. It's Rigby. He steps out of bounds right at the 45-yard line, and now they're starting to put things together.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
And he picked up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. Here's the handoff. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
This defense has got to be better in coverage. You want to get off the field, you got to keep defending. You got to do something to make the offense feel uncomfortable. So far, way too easy for this offense.
And the Cowboys will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking for room. It's Ford.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Cowboys in the hurry-up. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Tight ends are supposed to be the quarterback's security blanket, especially down here in the red zone. And that time, he just dropped it.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, giving up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Power football with the run. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Just drives it between the uprights. And that will extend their lead even further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Toledo is getting hammered right now. They are the nail, and that figurative mallet is just pounding them into the ground. What a bad look. They're trailing by 21 to Georgia Southern. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Oh, it's a pass. Brings it down on the right side. They make the stop, but a big pickup thanks to the big arm from this senior quarterback.
Well, I'll tell you, there are a lot of coordinators out there that would want to set up the shot, especially on the first play of the drive. Maybe run the ball, and then a few plays later, go play action, make it look the same before shooting it downfield. They just did it right away on 1st down, first play of the drive. If you get the matchup, take the shot. And that's exactly what happened. Nice job.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Jones.
Offense might be setting up a shot down the field here. You might see them later fake the wide receiver screen and see if they can hit a tight end or another receiver running up the boundary. Keep your eye open for that.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to go up top and times running out in the half. Working that left side. They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains. Wide receiver going in motion. looking to throw on first down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Looking downfield on first down. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Cowboys! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Just enough time for one final play in this half. On the run, it's Peppers. Got room at the 35. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Cowboys will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Hilton. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like, this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing, with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Across the 30, out to the 33, and gains 4 on the play.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
With the catch, it's Hilton. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively. And right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the first down. They need him to play great in the second half.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not in. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Buys a little time. He throws into the middle of the field. Looking to get it in. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. Their lead is down to 10. It's moments like this you start to feel a little bit of heat to put points on the board. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find.
He's going to fire deep. Makes the grab on the right. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is...
Oh, he's got some space. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
The Cowboys come to the line with a new set of downs. Give to the running back. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Sets up the screen. Oh, sweet feet. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting...
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. He didn't see anyone open. Said, no problem. I'll take care of it myself.
Yeah, I've been there before. Been there, done that. Not my first rodeo. I've been in this kind of situation. Down by the goal line, I'm getting outside, and I'm taking it in myself.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Going for the big play. Pulls in the deep ball. The sophomore making a big play and hauling in that pass.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You can put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking left. It's incomplete, and that also might be what is called a learning experience and one this freshman got away with. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. Oh, he had it, and he dropped it almost One of those big plays he's known for. It'll be third down.
And that's why these guys played defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily have been a catch. Come on, man. You've got to catch that and make that a pick.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He is sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there. And the Buckeyes send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if you can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Oklahoma State has the lead here. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Now the play fake. Might be looking to run. Throwing on the run. Snags it down the right side. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not for yet another big play in this passing attack.
And they've been fun to watch today, man. Like, they're staying aggressive late in the game. They've built a cushion. They've built a lead. But you can just tell the confidence and the swagger they have. They've been able to do what they want today, take care of business. And this is an offense that I think is going to continue to grow.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. On the run, it's Ford. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Caught in the backfield, it's Polk. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Can't make the catch on third down, and the rarest of drops for this guy.
Well, it's third and short. They're throwing for it. They just can't come up with that one, setting up a big decision now for the head coach on fourth down.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Oh, they're after him! They got him! It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
Nice job by the defense there. You talk about when you have your foot on the neck of your opponent, you just keep the pressure down, right? You don't take it off. And with that opportunity, on fourth down in their opponent's territory, you get the stop. You now get an opportunity here in the second half to build on your two-possession lead.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Still on his feet. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
The handoff, keep working on that clock. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Cowboys have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. The play action fake. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
When it's a play action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Grabs behind the line. It's 4. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Grabs it in the middle. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position, and here in the 4th quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
To have any chance in the world, this defense has to come up with a stop on 1st and goal. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. Pistols firing, touchdown Cowboys. And the pummeling has started.
And with that score, you start to get excited because you can feel the momentum starting off 2-0. I mean, you got to finish this one off, but there's a great chance you're going to. But this season has started just like you've wanted it to. Now just keep climbing. See how high we can get in these rankings.
Coming out with it, it's Hilton. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
To the air on 1st down. He wants a big play here late. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it. But you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback. And again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
It'll be 3rd and long. Just keeps swinging it. Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45. Caught behind the line. It's Hilton. Almost had a lot more room there, but he'll go out of bounds at the 36.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games when we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
Second down, he'll throw it. Caught near the sticks. It's Lewis. Guided out of bounds at the 22. Good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Going for it all. Oh, it's picked off. Bringing it back.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side. They've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. Couple of teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the underdog in this one.
And there's going to be a big movement in the rankings after that performance. That team that got the win today, they are going to get moved ahead of their opponent. It's one thing to beat a ranked opponent, David. It's one thing to blow the doors off of them. That was impressive.
It's impressive. It's huge for them. Obviously, we know what's going to happen when they're going to move up the charts, but the other side,